Hello, folks. This story was sent to me by a subscriber and is intended for educational purposes only. Thank you for watching. 4.7 grams magic mushroom. My shower became a time machine and took me to my first regret. It started on a quiet Sunday afternoon when the sky looked like it couldn't decide between rain or revelation. I had the apartment to myself, a stack of clean towels, and nothing resembling a plan. The mushrooms had been waiting patiently in a jar labeled emergency wisdom. I figured 4.7 grams was enough to qualify for something close to divine intervention. I brewed them into a tea that tasted like wet wood and unfinished therapy, and drank it while sitting in the bathtub, fully clothed. I told myself it was to feel grounded, but in hindsight, I think the tub was simply the most emotionally neutral space in the apartment. About 45 minutes in, the air changed texture. I didn't see it. I felt it. Everything got thicker, like reality was now made of syrup, and the ceiling was lowering slowly just to check on me. The faucet blinked. The wall started humming a low chord that vibrated exactly like my grandmother's disapproval. Then the drain opened its mouth and said, "It's time." I stood up, fully soaked and completely ready. The bathroom transformed into what looked like a Victorian train station, designed by someone who had only read about trains in dreams. The shower curtain pulled itself aside like it was opening night. I stepped into the tub, and it wasn't a tub anymore. It was a capsule, a vessel. A vessel of wet destiny. The showerhead lit up and asked, "What year do you regret the most?" I panicked. I didn't know this was going to be a confessional. "Oh, 2009, I said, like it was a guess on a test I hadn't studied for. "Confirmed," it said. Initiating temporal waterfall. The knob spun wildly, and a spray of warm mist hit me in the face. Except it wasn't water. It was memory. It poured over me, like nostalgia translated into droplets. Suddenly I was 17, sitting in a parked car with someone I never properly said goodbye to. I watched myself say something defensive and stupid. I watched their face tighten. I watched the moment calcify into a scar I had pretended was just part of growing up. I reached out to change it, but my hand passed through the scene like fog. The showerhead whispered, "You cannot edit. You can only witness." I was then pulled backwards, violently, but with affection, through a series of rapidly unfolding calendar pages. My entire life became a hallway of doors, each labeled with an emotion I'd tried to avoid. I passed rooms titled Mild Guilt, unsent emails, and that one time you laughed too loud at a sad movie. One door was simply labeled Beats. I didn't ask. Eventually, I stopped spinning and landed back in the tub, but the bathroom was gone. I was underwater, or in space, or somewhere between. I floated in a weightless soup of meaning. All around me were versions of myself, hundreds, maybe thousands, dressed in every style I've ever worn, every haircut, every mistake. One of them had a clipboard. "You've been trying very hard." Clipboard, he said, "but effort doesn't equal direction." "Then where do I go?" I asked. "Start with the dishes," he said. "The universe loves clean surfaces." I didn't argue. Then came the whale. Yes, a whale. Floating in the middle of the cosmos, wearing glasses and sipping something from a very tiny mug. It spoke in vibrations that felt like thunder in my bones and comfort in my chest. "You are not broken," the whale said. "You are just allergic to pretending." It swam slowly around me, leaving trails of stardust and old song lyrics behind. I asked it what I should do when I came back. "They tend to your socks," it said. "They've been through a lot." With that, the cosmos began to fold in on itself, like a pop-up book being gently closed. I was returned, dripping, shivering, grinning like someone who'd just been told the punchline to their own personality. The bathroom was normal again, except the shower head was still dripping memory. I turned it off. I thanked it. The faucet sighed. I dried off, made tea, and opened a notebook. I tried to write something profound, but ended up drawing a whale wearing glasses. Underneath it, I wrote, "Pretending is expensive. Authenticity is on sale." The next day, I did the dishes. I thanked my socks. I left the shower head alone. We both needed time